The book of Revelation has always fascinated and mystified readers, and today we're diving deep into chapter 8, a pivotal moment in this prophetic narrative. Imagine being in heaven when absolute silence falls for 30 minutes. Not a whisper, not a sound, just pure anticipatory stillness. This is exactly how chapter 8 begins as the Lamb breaks the seventh seal. It's like that breathless moment before a storm hits when nature itself seems to pause. But this silence isn't just dramatic effect. It's heaven itself holding its breath, knowing that what's about to unfold will change everything. It's the calm before an unprecedented divine storm. Then comes one of the most powerful images in Revelation, an angel with a golden censer. Picture this, the prayers of all God's people rising like sweet incense before his throne. These aren't just any prayers. They're the cries for justice, the pleas for redemption, the hopes of the faithful throughout history. They haven't been forgotten. They're about to be answered in a dramatic way. What happens next is extraordinary. The angel takes fire from the altar and hurls it to earth. Suddenly, the silence is shattered by thunder. Lightning flashes across the sky and the earth itself trembles. It's a powerful reminder that our prayers aren't just words disappearing into thin air. They're catalysts for divine action. This chapter marks a crucial transition in Revelation. We're moving from the seal judgments which affected human affairs to the trumpet judgments, something far more supernatural and direct. It's like going from watching the storm approach to being in the middle of it. The first 4 trumpets begin to sound, targeting the natural world. Each blast brings a new wave of judgment, showing that creation itself isn't exempt from divine justice. It's a sobering reminder that when God acts, his actions ripple through every aspect of existence. What makes this chapter particularly powerful is how it connects human prayers with divine action. Those moments when we wonder if our prayers make a difference. Chapter 8 shows us they do, in ways more significant than we could imagine. They're part of God's master plan, playing a crucial role in the unfolding of history itself. This isn't just ancient apocalyptic literature. It's a reminder that justice will come, prayers are heard, and God's plan, though sometimes silent, is always in motion. Chapter 9. This isn't your typical biblical narrative. It's a spiritual thriller that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Imagine this. You're witnessing a cosmic event where a star dramatically falls from heaven to earth. But this isn't just any falling star, it's given a key to what's described as the bottomless pit. Pretty intense, right? This is how the 5th trumpet judgment begins. When this pit opens, it's like a scene from an apocalyptic movie. Smoke pours out so thick it darkens the sun and air. But what emerges from this darkness is even more terrifying. Locusts, but not your ordinary insects. These are supernatural creatures with an appearance that would make any horror movie creature look tame. Picture this, they have bodies like war horses, wearing what looks like golden crowns. Their faces? Eerily human-like. They've got flowing hair like women, but teeth like lions. Protected by iron breastplates, they fly with wings that sound like an army of chariots charging into battle. And as if that wasn't scary enough, they've got scorpion-like tails with stings. Here's where it gets really interesting. These creatures don't kill. Instead, they're given power to torment people for 5 months, but only those who don't have God's seal of protection. Their king? A being called Abaddon in Hebrew or Apollyon in Greek. Both names literally mean destroyer. Biblical scholars believe this fallen star represents a fallen leader, possibly Satan himself or one of his high-ranking agents. The locusts? They're understood to be demonic forces unleashed upon humanity, bringing not physical death, but something perhaps even more terrifying, unbearable spiritual and mental torment. What makes this chapter particularly chilling is that these aren't meant to be interpreted as normal historical events. We're looking at supernatural judgments, pulling back the curtain to reveal spiritual warfare on an unprecedented scale. It's a sobering reminder of the reality of spiritual forces and the protection God offers to those who are his. This is just the beginning of the woes described in Revelation, showing us that God's judgments become increasingly intense as they progress. It's a powerful warning about the consequences of rebellion against God, but also a reassurance of his protection for those who belong to him. Chapter 10. Picture this. Between the thunderous blasts of the 6th and 7th trumpets, there's a dramatic pause, a divine intermission that captures our imagination. John, our witness to these celestial events, describes a sight that would take anyone's breath away. A mighty angel descends from heaven, but this is no ordinary messenger. Imagine a being clothed in clouds crowned with a rainbow. face radiant like the sun itself and feet blazing like pillars of fire. Many scholars believe this magnificent figure represents Christ himself in angelic form. What makes this scene even more powerful is the angel's stance. One foot on the sea, one on the land. It's a powerful statement of universal dominion, declaring authority over all creation. Then comes a voice, not just any voice, but one that roars like a lion, triggering 7 mysterious thunders. But here's where things get really interesting. When these 7 thunders speak, John is ready to write down their message, but he's suddenly commanded to seal up what they said. It's a reminder that some divine mysteries aren't meant for human understanding just yet. The angel then makes a solemn oath, raising his hand to heaven and swearing by the eternal Creator. But there's more. John is given a small book and told to eat it. The experience is bittersweet. Literally, sweet as honey in his mouth, but turning bitter in his stomach. This powerful metaphor shows us that while God's truth may be sweet to receive, it often carries heavy responsibilities and sobering realities. This chapter marks a pivotal shift from external judgments to a deeper, more intimate revelation of God's purposes. It's like a divine pause button, preparing both John and us for the profound mysteries yet to unfold. The rainbow above the angel's head isn't just decoration, it's a reminder of God's covenant of mercy, even in the midst of judgment. Through this remarkable vision, we're reminded that while some divine mysteries remain sealed, God's sovereignty over all creation and his commitment to fulfill his promises stand unmistakably clear.